Well, a leading infectious disease expert has called for greater freedoms for vaccinated Australians. Julia Bradley is in Melbourne for us. Julia, this idea is backed up by the views of Victorians.
Tom, that's right. A new poll has been commissioned by the Herald Sun and it reveals that a majority of Victorians are in favour of a major rethink of COVID restrictions. Also that they support fully vaccinated Victorians being given greater freedoms in the event of future outbreaks. This poll was done by Redbridge between June 12 and June 15. Almost 1,500 Victorians were surveyed. The first question they were asked, Tom, was whether fully vaccinated Victorians should be exempt from COVID restrictions, and 70% of people surveyed said yes. 75% also said that they support an end to lockdowns and border closures once everyone has been given an opportunity to get vaccinated, regardless of how many actually take up that offer. The same amount of people agreeing children should be allowed to attend school during lockdowns, and 85% of people saying the state government should release health advice justifying any lockdowns and restrictions. And this morning, Tom, we've also heard from infectious diseases physician Professor Peter Collignon, and he says that when about 70% of Australian adults have been given the COVID jab, Australia needs to start gradually opening up its borders, and we need to change the way that we look at COVID risk.
I think we need to be a little bit more lenient with these unusual conditions that are heartbreaking. And I would think if somebody's vaccinated and you're taking reasonable precautions with, mask, eyewear, etc., and for the staff, you should be able to do this safely. And if occasionally there is an infection, we should be able to handle that.
The Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry also backing calls for more freedoms for those who are vaccinated, saying that a vaccine passport or certificate could help facilitate this in the future. Tom?